Welcome to JOGG Deep Dive, where we explore the stories behind the headlines.
Okay, so today we're really going to dig into something that just keeps coming back, right? This connection that, well, it refuses to fade away.
Yeah.
Here on the deep dive, our whole thing is taking all this source material, articles, notes, everything, and boiling it down, giving you the key insights. A shortcut to being genuinely clued in. And for this deep dive, we're really focusing on that link between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. It's persistent.
It really is. And what's fascinating here, I think, is that it's not just history. I mean, here we are heading into 2025, and the big questions are still hanging there. Can Donald Trump finally, move past this Epstein connection? Is it turning into a serious political headache as he's looking at another term?
The liability question is key.
Exactly. And what often gets missed, I find, is how certain legal interpretations really underpin why this story keeps bubbling up the way it does. It's not just random.
That's such an important angle. But we absolutely need to keep that in mind as we sort of unravel this, because to really get it, you have to go back.
I do.
Go back to the start. Look at how the Trump-Epstein relationship even began. And from there, then we can dive into the specific allegations, the main ones that have surfaced. And maybe just as important, how the public sees it all, how that perception got built.
Yeah, perception is huge.
And we'll definitely try to draw that line, that crucial difference between what you hear in the media and the actual, legal nuts and bolts.
Absolutely critical.
Then, of course, the political side. What impact has this actually had, especially on his campaigns recently?
Right.
And maybe the biggest question of all, why does this whole Epstein thing, particularly the Trump connection, just refuse to disappear? Why does it stick around?
And, thinking about all those different pieces, it really raises an important question for you listening. What should you actually expect next? Because investigations, they might intensify, things might shift. We're not just looking backwards at the timeline.
Although the timeline is essential.
Oh, absolutely essential. When they met, how the Mar-a-Lago stuff, all of that. But we also have to look forward, consider the implications that are still playing out right now.
Yeah, that timeline gives us the bedrock, the context for everything else. We need to look at what people have claimed over the years, and just as critically, what, if anything, has actually been, debunked or disproven. It's also kind of fascinating to track Trump's own public comments on Epstein. They've definitely shifted over time.
Oh, absolutely. And understanding the legal side here is, it's fundamental. So many people ask, why hasn't Trump faced charges related to Epstein?
It's a common question.
It is. And we need to explore what the legal experts point to there. It really gets into the weeds of the justice system, the specifics, especially, with figures this high profile. It's complex.
And then beyond the strictly legal, there's that other court, right?
Yeah.
The court of public opinion, which can be just as powerful, sometimes more so. So we'll dig into how this connection has colored the broader story, looking at polls, yes, but also just how different media outlets cover it.
The framing, yeah.
How does this specific issue land with, say, undecided voters? What kind of lasting mark might it leave on his political future?
And, if we sort of connect this to the bigger picture, this whole situation, this case, it really gives us a fascinating window into these broader themes in society, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, it touches on how conspiracy theories spread like wildfire these days. It shines a light on those, sometimes hidden networks among the elite.
Of networks, yeah.
And it brings up that constant, difficult struggle for accountability, within the justice system itself. It makes you ask what this one case tells us about how things really work. Or maybe how they don't work sometimes.
Okay, so wrapping this up then, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We've walked through the timeline, Trump and Epstein. We've looked at the allegations, navigated the legal stuff, which is tricky.
Very tricky.
And considered public opinion, how powerful that is. So the big question still hovering is, I guess, does this storm eventually blow over? Does it fade out? Or does it end up being something that really defines, a significant part of Donald Trump's legacy?
Thinking about that, what really strikes me is how this goes beyond just these two men. It says so much about the power of conspiracy narratives now in our information age.
Right. They catch on so fast.
They do. And it speaks to the influence, often unseen, of these elite circles. And fundamentally, those ongoing, very real challenges in making justice apply equally, across the board. It's like a small example of much larger forces.
It really does make you think, doesn't it, about why some controversies just stick around like this, especially with public figures. When power and networks get involved, what does that stickiness really tell us about the information we get every day and how we make sense of the complicated world you navigate? Definitely something to keep mulling over.